Hey everybody, this is Jason Foreman. We're seeing some big changes that are likely to happen soon in the real estate industry. I wanted to fill you guys in on it and give you a quick summary. So first of all, there was a lawsuit to the NAR, our national governing body, National Association of Realtors. A lot of people who sold their home about 5 or 7 years ago were upset that the proceeds of both the seller agent commission and the buyer agent commission were paid for from the proceeds of the sale of their home. Now, because they sued, what's most likely, it's not official yet, but almost definitely going to happen is in July when we post on the MLS, the large system that agents use to find homes for sale for their buyers and to post homes that are for sale for their sellers, that agents will not be allowed to post a buyer agent commission on the MLS. So, what this could mean and how everything can change. Most likely, we're talking to our brokers and our office managers and other realtors. Most likely, nothing will change. Most likely, what will happen is that if we have a buyer and we are the buyer's agent, for example, a home is listed for sale, we'll call the listing agent and just ask them if a buyer's agent commission is offered, because it just simply won't be available to be posted whether it's available or not. And we could probably verify that with the listing agent. Now, other states have done it just like this. I heard that New York is just like this. And what happens is there's usually just negotiations between the buyer's agent and the seller's agent. And typically, for the most part, everything just works out the way it usually does. Now, one possible negative outcome that could happen from this is, let's say that the seller of the home refuses to pay the buyer's side commission for the buyer's agent and their buyer. Now, what that could mean is that the buyer may have to come up with an additional 2.5 or 3% of the purchase price in order to pay for their buyer's agent. And that's already difficult in an already expensive market with very low inventory. And another alternative is that maybe the buyer's agent doesn't have enough money or doesn't feel like paying for the representation from their buyer. And unfortunately, they may choose to move forward without any representation and save some money. But that means that somebody who has usually no experience with purchasing a home is going to be up against a professional person who spends their whole career negotiating. And if that happens, unfortunately, it will be a big disadvantage for that buyer. So hopefully that's not the likely outcome. Okay, and if that does happen, now in that specific scenario, or if most sellers choose to approach it that way, it won't be good for the sellers because that option is already available. As of right now, in the last more than 2 or 3 years, I believe, you could have posted $1 or $0 for a buyer's agent commission. But let's face it, who brings the best buyers? And when I have a home for sale, I know it's a real estate agent. Real estate agent is building their network and they're qualifying and vetting these buyers. They're finding the best people so that when you go into escrow, they can afford the home. They really like this area, this home, and these qualifications. And if you have a buyer that's not qualified, even if they like it, they may fall out of escrow. This option has always been available, and it's simply called FSBO, for sale by owner, and you could post these things for a very small fee or for free online. It's always been an option, and it's statistically proven that these FSBOs for sale by owners, they typically get 18 to 20% less on the sale of their home, which is not worth it. That is much more than what you'd pay for a commission. Anyways, so basically, I do not believe that this lawsuit will transform the industry 100% permanently, because if buyer's agents were useless, then we would just have real estate transactions online and they would just be done online. And if that was the case and it would save the sellers a lot of money, then we would already just see everybody just do for sale by owner, and it's been proven our value. If you have questions about negotiating or how realtors add value, you have questions about what's going on and how this may change, just go ahead and send me a DM or send me a text. Have an awesome week.